everyone. Welcome to Asia Rugby Championship 2022. I'm your host, Hannah Kim.
And I am Andre Jin Kokiard.
Andre, we are here at our rugby stadium in Incheon. How do you feel about today's game?
Oh, it's a beautiful day for rugby. Weather is perfect. The grass is green. Really exciting match about to happen today. Not only is it the 2022 Asia Rugby Championship, it also doubles as a World Cup qualifier. So a real big match. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we have a huge crowd tonight. It's going to be quite exciting. Again, 5 p.m., Hong Kong versus Korea. We'll see you there.
Since 1979, we've been searching for perfection. We've been thinking, sketching, and designing. We've been building, assembling, and strengthening. We've been cutting, shaping, and painting. We've created strength and beauty time and again. Our machines are made for one thing: the perfect hit. We are the crouch. We are the bind. We are the set. We are the squeeze. We are the hit. We are Rhino, home of the scrum.
Live at the Incheon Namdong Asia Rugby Stadium. Welcome to 2022 Asia Rugby Championship. I'm your host, Hannah Kim.
And I'm Andre Jin Kokiard.
And I'm Tony Manoa.
Today we have Hong Kong versus Korea starting at 5 p.m. And the last match between these two countries here at Incheon, it takes a little bit back in time, but it was 47-10 with Hong Kong in the win. And the last time in Hong Kong, it was 64-3 win, Hong Kong with the win back then as well.
It's a very big match today. It's going to double as a World Cup qualifier. So it's the first step, or I guess the second step in the process for Asian teams. A month ago, Korea beat the Malaysian team 55-10, and today the winner will go on to play Tonga in Australia later this month for a place in France 2023.
That's right. The Rugby World Cup Sevens 2022 will be hosted in Cape Town, South Africa from September 9th to the 11th.
So that's the Sevens World Cup, and today both teams have already qualified for the Sevens World Cup, and today we are at the qualification process for the 15s World Cup. Tony, as we see the teams are going to come out in a few minutes here, look at that field. Would you rather be up here or down there?
Definitely on that pitch. It looks pristine. I mean, pitches in Korea are pretty rough, so yeah. This is like heaven.
It's hard to find a green patch of grass here, obviously. A lot of people in a small landmass, but there's only a handful of rugby stadiums in Korea, this being kind of the showpiece stadium. It was built in 2013, I believe, for the 2014 Incheon Games, and since then it has been the host of all the international test matches and sevens tournaments for Asia Rugby and Korea Rugby.
We do know that July is quite hot in Korea, so it is quite humid outside, but the weather looks nice. No rain today. Green grass.
Yeah, and looking at the flags on the other side, this stadium historically has a bit of a swirl. We're a bit inland, even though we're at Incheon Port, we're a bit inland, and there's going to be some swirling wind at some point, so that's something the kickers are probably going to have to take into account while putting boot to ball.
We are getting closer to 5 p.m., about 10 minutes before 5 p.m. Again, we are at the 2022 Asia Rugby Championship, Hong Kong versus Korea. We're going to begin momentarily, but we have some interviews ready for you. Hello, fans. We have a very special guest here with me today. This is President Case of Asia Rugby. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Can I ask you a few questions for
Sure,
today?
sure.
What do you anticipate for this game?
Look, to be honest, all of Asia is waiting for this game. You know, previously it used to be a big score between Hong Kong and Korea. You talk about 40 points difference, 30-point difference. So what we aim at Asia Rugby is to bridge the gap, and we all anticipate a very close match today.
Absolutely. It's been a long-awaited game coming up today.
Exactly.
How is rugby doing in Asia?
Rugby in Asia is doing great. You know, all sport, not only rugby, suffered during the last 2 years. But 2021 we had 3 tournaments, and this year we have a full calendar. If you go to the calendar, we had the tournament in Phuket in April. We have another tournament in Lahore in Pakistan. We have a tournament in Bangladesh, now in Korea, and coming in Jakarta in August. So, and the rest will come until the end of the year. So it's a full year calendar, and everyone is waiting to compete.
Absolutely. We have a jam-packed schedule ready for us in 2022. And last but not least, how is Asia Rugby working with Korea?
Yeah, see, I'm wearing a neutral hat, being a president of 36 countries. But what can I admit that Korea is one of the targeted unions. They have a great potential. They used to have a great potential and will always have a great potential. It's only about the union itself, how they progress. From Asia Rugby perspective, we are doing all what we can do. We are providing them with technical resources. We are providing them with a great competition structure. And we had a good meeting yesterday with the Korean Olympic Committee, attended by Korea Rugby Union. So we are going to sign a very important MOU between Asia Rugby, Korea Rugby, and the Olympic Committee about women's rugby, because women's rugby in Korea is still suffering, but we are trying to overcome the problem.
Absolutely. Mr. President, thank you so much for joining us
My
today.
pleasure.
Again, the game starts at 5 p.m. Hong Kong versus Korea. We'll see you soon.
네, 회장님 안녕하십니까?
안녕하세요.
This is President Chae Yoon of the Korea Rugby Union. What do you feel? How do you feel about the match today? 오늘 경기에 대해서 어떻게 생각을 하는지?
우리가 2년간, 3년간이죠. 기다린 이 아시아 챔피언십에서 우리가 오랜만에 우승하기 위해서 지금까지 노력을 해왔습니다.
네. So it's 3 years since we've had a test match against Hong Kong, test match series in general. So really looking forward to the game today, and we've put in a lot of effort to make sure our team is ready to go for today. 혹시 이제 한국 럭비도 많이 발전하는 중인데 그 한국 럭비 발전 과정에 대해서 조금만 말씀드릴 수 있으면요.
제가 회장이 된 지 1년 반인데요. 우선적으로 선수 선발, 그래서 또 장기간의 선수 검증, 그래서 우리 믿을 수 있는 코치, 그래서 SNC 코치, 또 많은 뭐라고 할까, 과학적인 그 자료를 가지고 우리가 지금 훈련을 하고 있고요. 새로운 도전에 대해서 한번 오늘 빨리 결과를 보고 싶습니다.
So we're talking about the improvement of Korea Rugby. Mr. Cho has been the president for 1.5 years now of Korea Rugby Union. We're putting in a lot of effort here in Korea to improve the domestic game and the international game. Mainly with the national team, we've brought in full-time staff, very science-based training under the leadership of Charles Lowe, strength and conditioning coaches. We've put in a lot of effort, really looking forward to the game to see if that effort has paid off today. 마지막으로 뭐 한국 럭비에 대해서 말씀했고요, 경기에 대해서 말씀했는데 그 아시아 럭비 분들께서 한국 럭비가 앞으로 어떻게 기대할 수 있는지 좀 소감 부탁드리겠습니다.
우선적으로 이 코로나 상황에서 어려운 상황에서도 ARC를 열어주시고 감사하고요. 이 기회를 우리가 삼아서 2023년 그 아시아에서 일본에 이어서 우리가 월드컵 진출할 수 있도록 한번 도전을 해보겠습니다. 지켜봐 주십시오.
Finally, just what we can expect from Korea in the future. First and foremost, even after this tough times with the COVID situation, we're very thankful that this game has been able to open today. And furthermore, Korea Rugby is looking to qualify for France 2023 and be the second team along with Japan to make the World Cup. So really looking forward to Korean rugby in the future and enjoy the game today. 네, 감사합니다.
잘하자.
네.
Thank you once again to those leaders, Korea Rugby President and also Asia Rugby President. Now we have our athletes on the field.
You can see the trophy there, historic trophy. Used to be the Asian 5 Nations trophy, now the Asian top 3 Division 1 trophy, historic trophy, and that's what's on the line today. Just quickly going back to the two presidents, two men are in charge. They've only been at the helm for a couple years now, both for Korea Rugby President, and there they are right there, President Case and President Chae-yoon of the Korea Rugby Union. Two men really bringing rugby forward, both in Asia and in Korea, and really looking forward to rugby in Asia under their leadership.
Thank you once again for your interviews. And now look at that trophy, beautiful trophy right in the center of the field.
Time for a bit of a photo call, and then I believe we'll be into the national anthems.
We have Hong Kong dressed in red and Korea wearing their national uniform.
It's great to see the stands are a bit packed today. With a lot of family and youth teams in the crowd, girlfriends as well, cheering on their boyfriends. Always play a bit harder when the girlfriends are in the stands, isn't that right, Tony?
Yeah, lots of support for the boys, and hopefully they go well today.
The national anthem of Korea.
National anthem of both countries. Again, Hong Kong in red today and Korea wearing their Taegukgi colors of white, blue, and red. The last time Hong Kong and Korea were at Incheon, we had Hong Kong who won, and we'll see what's going to happen today. Let's take a look at the lineup for today. Number 1, we have Na Kwang-young. Number 2, Yoo Ji-hoon. Number 3, Kang Sun-hyuk. Number 4, Kim Tae-hwan. Number 5, Shin Tae-hyun. Number 6, Kim Yo-han. Number 7, No In-hee. 8, Park Jun-young. 9, Egon. 10, Kim Gi-min. 11, Kim Hwang-min. 12, Kim Yo-hee. 13, Lee Soo-kyung. 14, Hwang In-jo. 15, Chung Young-sik. 16, Lee Hyun-soo.
And for Hong Kong, you have number 1, Faisal Solomona. Number 2, Alex Post. Number 3, Ashton Brent Hyde. Number 4, Mark Pryor. Number 5, Patrick John Jenkinson. Number 6, James Peter Cunningham. Number 7, James Nankivell Sawyer. Number 8, Joshua Mark Hirsch. Number 9, Bryn Phillips. Number 10, Lynn John Hughes. Number 11, Matthew Worley. Tom Hill playing 12. Number 13, Benjamin Axon Barrett. 14, Charles Higgins Smith. And at fullback, Jack Neville.
We have the referees all joining us from Japan today, neutral referees for this big Asian chess match. I would just say the national anthems took place, and there's no better feeling than lining up with the colors of your country, with your mates representing your country. A lot of passion in both sets of teams' eyes there, and they're probably really looking forward to this game. Final tactical and hurrahs there from both teams, and we're about to kick off and get started out here in Incheon.
Definitely the boys should be buzzing and we're ready for kickoff.
This is Incheon Namdong Asiad Rugby Stadium. If England and RFU have Twickenham, if Scotland has Murrayfield, and New Zealand and the All Blacks have Eden Park, we in Korea have Incheon Namdong Asiad Rugby Stadium. The referee has blowed his whistle, and here we go, ready for kickoff.
Kickoff.
Nice deep kick to the left. Hong Kong take it cleanly.
They set up just inside the 22, ready for a box kick.
Yeah, it looks like they just want a clean exit here to start the game towards their game plan. Nice and high from the number 9. First test.
Oh, big tackle.
Looks like referees bringing back play for a high tackle there. Really high boot, great chase, but caught a little bit high was Chun Young-shik.
Not even 1 minute into the game and we already see an injury.
This is going to be a big blow for Korea if Young-shik cannot go on. Chun Young-shik has been marked both by the Hong Kong team and the Korean coaching staff as a player to watch. Played a lot of his professional rugby in Japan as well, came back recently. If we see this take here.
Ooh,
oh no.
Direct contact to the head. This could be trouble.
Look, I think we're going to have to go to the TMO here. Slightly unlucky as Young-shik did kind of lower his body position, but the rules are the rules. We cannot have contact to the head.
Number 15, Chung Yeon-shik, has been an ace on Team Korea. He's been making a lot of media headlines recently. We do hope to see he recovers quickly.
You want to say that's slightly unfortunate, Tony, but at the same time, you would want the winger there to lower his body position. I know he's a big lad, but you can't do that. It's early in the game. You don't want to see a card because it's so early in the match, but the referees might not have any choice here.
He's coming very high and he's not able to dip his body, and I think there's no choice for the referee. It's got to be a card. Yellow at least, maybe a red.
Okay, so they've gone upstairs to the TMO. Let's see what the referee is going to say to the captain here.
It's a high tackle.
The referee has made his decision.
No mitigation. Red card.
Red card.
Wow.
That's a massive call.
This is a huge call.
1 minute into the game.
So that means Hong Kong will be playing with 14 men with 79 minutes left on the clock. That has got to just flip the whole game plan for Hong Kong. If we see this here, you can see how the referee has made a point there, not under control and a bit high. Of course, World Rugby has really brought down the rule book with HIA and also with the high contact area. What do you think about that decision, Tony?
There's been a big emphasis on head contact, and that was a direct example of that. And yeah, playing by the rules, that's a direct red card, so can't argue with that.
First line out of the game, nice clean take. Lee-gun to straight into the centers. On debut, Kim Yeon-hee of NTT Docomo in Japan.
Good carry, gets inside the 22.
Hong Kong have done a good job of slowing that ball down. It's going to be a big physical match up front today.
Looks like it.
Switching play, but Kim Ki-min with, I guess, his first pass miss of the game.
That was a wayward pass, and I think he's just trying to get the nerves out, so hopefully it goes better.
There's Lee Se-pyong, also of the centers, playing his rugby for Mazda in Japan.
Probably a lot of tension. It just started. This is coach for Korea.
There's Charlie there, the big man in charge. He's been tasked with getting Korea Rugby on the right track. Head coach for both the 7s and 15s program. Probably the busiest man in Korea right now. Hong Kong with their first line out, straight into a maul. It's It's a tactic we've already seen twice here, Tony, the high box kick.
Yeah, they've been looking to try and pin Korea back in their, I guess, their 10-meter line and trying to contest. So, see what Korea does with this opportunity.
Bit of space out here. We got the big ball carrier, Hwang In-jo. And in the early days, it's just about feeling your way into the game, isn't it? You want to get that first contact, that first shot in. You've got a 3-on-2 here, 3-on-1.
Opportunity, oof. Good cover tackle.
Would have liked to see that ball go.
I feel like there's a lot of action already. It's only 3 minutes into the game, and there's a lot of action. 0-0, Korea, Hong Kong.
That's Kim Kwang-min, the captain of the Korean team, coming off his wing into that sort of playmaking role. You'd have liked to see that ball go, huh?
Yeah, I think he was just trying to see if he can get through, but unlucky. Good tackle by the number 6.
There was a gap there, but it closed really quickly, and Hong Kong really good to get over that ball and win that turnover, and they kick forward now, and it'll be their line out. Coaching staff probably have a lot to chat about after that red card and trying to figure out how to cover that for the next 75 minutes or so.
Definitely, and the boys are going to be working very hard.
And there's Lewis Evans, of Scottish descent, I believe, the head coach of Hong Kong. Nice, deep Scottish accent.
Good rush defense from the Koreans, pushing up and getting the little knock on just before that.
It looks like the counter ruck was on, but before that there was a knock on at the line-out, I believe, or free kick situation. Unfortunately, we're seeing number 13 of Hong Kong down right now.
Benjamin Axel Barrett. Let's see what happens here. I think he cops a knee to the head, but he is going down to the ground, so it looks accidental.
Yeah, that looks a bit unfortunate. He was tackled and on the way down caught a knee for his trouble. Let's hope he'll be okay. He might need the HIA after that.
Definitely after a knee to the head.
Good chance here for the Korean boys and the Hong Kong boys to have a chat and maybe sort some early jitters out. Hannah, you're on the field earlier today. How is the weather, the pitch, anything like that? I know you're a big golfer, so how does that compare?
It was quite humid, I'm not going to lie. It was quite humid. It's a little hot in July in Korea normally, but I think it would be okay. It's cooling down as the time goes, as the evening passes by. The sun's going to go down about 7, a little after 7, so we'll have to see. But the game might end before then, so...
Yeah, I believe at kickoff we were looking at about 31, 32 degrees, feels like 34. Luckily, it is on natural turf. I remember playing test matches in Hong Kong in June at 4:30 p.m. and turf temperature was about 40 degrees. I'm sure both sets of players will be happy that this is being played in Korea on beautiful turf.
I think right now both teams are just kind of getting used to the field a little bit. It seems like a lot of action is happening all at once in a short amount of time.
So always the important moment here, Tony. The first scrum, the Hong Kong coaching staff mentioned the strength of the Korean scrum. They were just dominant against Malaysia.
Very much so. Let's see what they can do against the Hong Kong pack.
Good shove by the Koreans.
Big carry from number 12.
This was Tom Hill is a player to watch. He's been kind of highlighted as a Hong Kong version of Jamie Roberts, a big ball carrier in the middle of the field. Hong Kong's first opportunity here to get some phases together and attack. It's good ball speed there from Hong Kong.
Some big hits coming from the Koreans.
Little snipe here from the number 9. Oh, nice dominant tackle there. Nice little searching kick into the background. Very nice kick. Oh.
Wow, what happened there?
We're gonna have to see a replay on that, but I believe it was a wonderful kick by the center there. A little grubber into a dangerous position. Wasn't cleanly cleaned up by the Korean player there, and looks like after a bit of a fumble, a try to Hong Kong. Let's watch the replay here. You'd like to see a bit more calmness here.
Right. The ball hits the ground.
In the process of gathering that ball, Kim Ki-min knocks it into the Hong Kong player, which then Yeah.
Tony, would you have liked to see maybe just Kim Kim-in just take that into touch? He would have been given away a 5-meter line out, but with that mistake, with that knock on, it looks like Hong Kong was able to score. But listening to the referees now, I think they're going to see if there's a double knock on there. After Kim Kim-in knocked the ball on, looks like the Hong Kong player might have lost it forward.
Right, that's a possibility. But again, to your point, I think he should have taken it out.
Yeah, this is a test match. Points are going to be hard to come by, so you want to see safety first. So this is definitely a first knock on from the Korean number 10.
Forward.
That is forward off Hong Kong 10 as well, so I think this try is going to be cancelled.
It'll be a 5-meter scrum to Hong Kong.
Talk about some rub of the green there, a bit of luck. I think Kim Kim-in might learn his lesson from this play. Count himself very lucky.
No try. That was the first try attempt by Hong Kong. No try.
Luckily, we do have the video referees, and just like that red card situation, I think the right call was made by the TMO and the referees after looking at the replay. Hong Kong came close there. This was a great kick, by the way, just a nice little sniping, testing kick. And first test failed from Kim Kim-in, but count himself lucky.
I think he was hoping that it would roll out, but stayed in and just too much pressure.
Perfect weight. Hannah's a big golfer. That would have been like a perfect putt there, no?
It would have been.
So still a big opportunity to Hong Kong here. You've got a 5-meter scrum.
We're still looking at 0-0.
0-0. We're right in front of the Korean goal line here.
Very important.
Penalty. Interesting to see what decision Hong Kong will make here. Will they go for the line out, or will they take the scrum again?
I think they might back their line out.
Oh, obviously there is the chance to kick at goal for the 3 points. It is a test match. It is a one-off game. Looks like the way they're walking back, they are going to take the 3 points, or attempt the 3 points.
Kicking for goal will be Glenn John Hughes.
Not the easiest angle for your first kick, but it looks like they made that decision pretty quickly, so they are backing their fly half here and looking for the first points of the game.
Not much wind to speak of, so he'll have a direct kick, but also from quite a big angle, so tough either way.
It's a great shot there. For the first points of the 2022 Asia Championship final.
It's a decent strike, but it misses left.
Just hooked it a little bit to the left. So that means we'll have a restart with Korea, 22 dropout.
A missed kick by Hong Kong.
Striked it well, just pulled it a little bit to the left there. No problem with distance. Nice long restart from the Korean team. Let's see if Hong Kong chooses to counter. Up high. Another test for the Korean back three. That would be a knock-on offside, is it not?
That's correct. Another fumble by Korean number 10, Kim Ki-min.
We'll say with Kim Ki-min played very well in the domestic season this year in the OK Super League. He's a young playmaker. The 9 and 10 are both quite young players. Charlie has put his faith in the two young playmakers in 9 and 10, but so far not passing the tough tests. Hopefully he can kind of grow into the game. So it looks like Hong Kong has another opportunity for 3 points.
This kick at a easy angle, but still a ways out.
We do want to remind you that the winner of this match will be moving on to play Tonga, and the loser is eliminated from the World Cup qualification.
That's right. So Japan has qualified for 2023 after their heroic quarterfinal performance in their home World Cup in 2019. We're trying to get another Asian nation out there in 2023 in France, really help Asia Rugby grow on the world stage.